I am Mayank Mishra. So in previous video we have studied about the types of resources. So in which we have studied that there are mainly three types of resources: natural, man-made, and human. So in which we have studied that natural resources are the resources that we get from nature, and man-made resources are the resources that we get from that are the man-made, like car. Car is a resource that man has made, so this is man-made. And third is human. And human is also a resource that it has a human has ability to make or renew a resource into a new resource. So human resources is the most important resource in all of these three. So in today's video we will understand what are the basis on which we can natural resources can be classified. So natural resources can be classified on the basis of natural resources can be classified on the basis of renewable and non-renewable, biotic, abiotic stage of development, and basis of their distribution. Means that renewable, non-renewable means that it is a renewable or non-renewable. Like some resources, like there is a resource solar energy, and there is second resource coal. There is a second, so solar energy and coal. What is the minor difference is that that coal takes millions of years to form, but solar energy is free to form. Like it cannot take any time, or it cannot take to renew, or solar energy cannot take time to renew. That in day the batteries charge the solar energy, and in night we can use them, and in night time we can use them. So solar energy is renewable resource that we can renew it anytime. But non-renewable resources like coal, if the coal is exhausted from the whole world, then coal will take millions of years to deform. So this is non-renewable because it will take much time, like millions of years to renew. So it is non-renewable resource. Renewable like solar energy, another tidal power, and second non-renewable means that coal, petrol, etc. These are non-renewable resources. And abiotic means that biotic means living, and abiotic means non-living. So biotic resource, like there is a tree. So tree is a living thing. Tree respirate, tree make their own food. So tree is a biotic resource. And abiotic resource like car. So car is a resource that is non-living resource. No, car is it is the example of man-made. And like abiotic means tree, and abiotic means air. Biotic tree, and abiotic air. So the minor difference in tree and air is that tree respirate and air does not respirate. So the tree is biotic means living, and abiotic means air. So air cannot breathe or respirate anything. So stage of development means that as the resource is potential resource or actual resource. Potential resource means that the resource that we can use in future. We know that this is a resource, but we store them to use in the future. Like an actual resource, that the resource that we are using in present. Like example, uranium, uranium and coal. So uranium is we found it in some parts of Ladakh. So we know that uranium is also a resource, but we have not some technologies, to use uranium for now. So we are storing uranium and making a technology to use in future. So it is a potential resource. And coal means that coal is a actual resource, that we know that coal is a resource, so we are using it now to make electricity and anything. So coal. And fourth last is basis of their distribution, means that like localized or found in any part of the world. Like a resource is air and diamond. localized. Air is a ubiquitous, means that we can found in any part of the world, but coal is localized. Coal is found in some parts of the world. So basis of their distribution, like in the world, how they are distributed. So air is a localized, air is a ubiquitous, and coal is a localized means coal is localized in some parts of the world. So I hope you have understand this these or in a short term. Now let's study more about deeply renewable and non-renewable. So renewable and non-renewable. So firstly we will study about non-renewable. Non-renewable resources are they which take millions of years to renew. That I have told you, non-renewable resources are take millions of years to renew. So like there is a coal. So coal takes millions of years to reform. That there is a mountain. That are the resources that take millions of years to reform. Like coal is on the mountain, so it is made by very high pressure, exerted by the very high pressure. So the coal is converted. That so the coal we can be found coal by that plants, trees that are get under the mountain. So due to high pressure, they are converted into coal. So coal take millions of years to review. First point, and since their rate of formation is low, they cannot be replenished once the rate of formation is low. Main point, that rate of formation is slow, they cannot be replenished once depleted. Like coal is, if coal is replenished, then it cannot be depleted. It cannot be depleted once it is finished, because its rate of formation is very slow. Like an example of the non-renewable resources, coal and petroleum. So I hope you understand the non-renewable resources. Now let's study about renewable. So now we can study about renewable resources by oral. So renewable resources are the resources that they do not take much time like non-renewable resources to be replenished. Air. Air is a renewable resource that it cannot take much time to renew. That air is unlimited, so it is renewable resources. And another water, like sunlight. Sunlight means that renewable sunlight, sunlight is air. Sunlight are unlimited, so they are renewable. And another is like nuclear power. So nuclear power is renewable. Like that, if the nuclear power is ended, the human can make nuclear power, and this can be replenished in short period of time. So nuclear power is also renewable. So the main thing is that renewable resources are the resources that do not take much time to reform, or they are unlimited. So this is called renewable resources, and they can't take millions of years. They take some years, like much higher 20-30 years. But and renewable resources can be like nuclear power. So nuclear power human can make into 1 to 3 years. So this is renewable, that it can be renewed in some years. So I hope you have understand renewable and non-renewable. Now let's study about biotic and abiotic. So biotic resource, like biotic resource, I have told you that biotic means living. Bio plus tic means bio. In main word is bio. Bio. So bio means green, and green comes from environment. Green comes from bio means green, and green means anything, the thing that will have green color means chlorophyll, and chlorophyll means photosynthesis, and photosynthesis means there is life in that object, in this thing. So bio means green, and green means chlorophyll means photosynthesis, and photosynthesis is a process of making food. And if object will make food, so then it is a living. So like tree, is a living thing. The main motto is tree is a living thing, and living things, all the living things are biotic. Biotic resource is called tree. Like another example like soil. Soil, not soil. So, another example of biotic resource is like animals. Animals are also animal. Animals is a biotic resource, that cow is a living being. So cow is a resource like that we get with milk. Animal cow, and cow we get milk, and milk is a resource. So the cow is a biotic. So cow, animals and trees are biotic resources, that are living resources. And another example like, and now let's study about abiotic. Abiotic. Abiotic means that I hope you like biotic. Bio means green. Bio means green, and abiotic means that non-green. Abiotic means non-green, non-living thing. Like an abiotic means that non-living thing, and non-living thing in which it comes soil. Soil is a major resource, very most important resource. Soil, water are the most important resources. So that soil is a place, soil forms land, and land is a place where we live, and water is an essential part of our life. If we can't drink water, we cannot survive for more than 5 to 4 days. So 5 to 6 days. So soil and water is a non-living things. So these are abiotic. Soil and water are abiotic. So I hope you understand that what are biotic and abiotic. Biotic means living, and living means like cows, trees, and these are biotic resources. And abiotic resources are like that non-living things in which soil and water are abiotic, and these are major resources. So both are resources, biotic and abiotic. So now let's study about on the natural resources, and we can classify it on the basis of stage of development. So now let's study about stages of development. So how the stage of development means that in the basis of stage in development there are two parts: potential and actual resources. So potential resources are the resources that we know that it is a resource, that suppose in early life that we know that car is a resource, but we have not technology, we not have any things to car. Like for a child, car is a resource. He knows that car is a resource, but he don't know how to drive it. So like this, potential resources are the resources that we know that it is a resource. Yes, it is a resource, but we have till not technology to use it. So it is called potential resources. Like uranium found in Ladakh. So in Ladakh uranium is found. So but we have not technology to use uranium. So uranium is potential resource, and we are conserving the uranium to use it in future. And actual resources are the resources that we know that the quantity and quality of the coal, and we have mapped and surveyed at which points are the coal are being mining. So coal and petroleum are being mining. Like in petroleum there is a Mumbai high fields. Mumbai high fields is in Mumbai, where from which the petroleum is got. So we know that Mumbai high hills, but its quantity, quality, and where it is found, we have found. So and we are using the Mumbai high fields petroleum now. So it is actual resources that at real time we are using these resources petroleum. So it is actual resources. Now I hope you understand on the natural resources are the classified on the stage of development. Now let's study on the basis of the distribution. So now let's study about basis of the distribution. So on the basis of distribution, they are ubiquitous and localized. Ubiquitous means are the resources that are found everywhere on the whole earth. We can found like air we found on the whole whole planet we found air. There is no place where we can't find air. So air is a ubiquitous, in every place we can found this resource air. But localized resources are the resources that are being localized at some places. Like air, these are not found all over the earth. Like diamond and gold, like diamond and gold are localized, and they are not found all over the earth. So these are localized. Localized means local means these are being localized. These are being, like coal is found in some place, Jharkhand, Odisha, like in places. So this is found in only Jharkhand, Odisha, not in all part of like the coal is found the gold is found in Africa, coal is found in some parts of India. So these are localized and they cannot be found in like it can be found in Antarctica. No, it cannot found in Antarctica. But air is found in Antarctica. But diamond and coal are not found. So air is univectors, and coal and diamond are localized. So I hope you have understand a basis of the distribution and all the 4 points: renewable and non-renewable, biotic, abiotic, stage of development, and basis of their distribution. So in another video, in our another video, we will study about man-made resources. Till then, thank you. Save tree, save earth. Say no to plastic.